Royal salute. Proceed. On!
The arrival of Her Excellency, Frela Salam, the Governor General of Belize, marked the official start of the wreath-laying ceremony, observing the 10th anniversary of the death of the father of the nation, the Right Honorable George Cadle Price. The ceremony was held on Sunday inside the Lordridge Cemetery in Belize City.
George Price was an iconic political leader, a legendary and a humble man, an institution in and of himself, the father of our nation, and a philosophy eternally relevant to the people of Belize and beyond. Today marks one entire decade since his earthly departure, and so offers us an appropriate opportunity to reflect on his teachings and his virtuous vision for our enchanting nation.
Before there was a Pope Francis, there was a George Price, the humblest of leaders the world has ever seen. They don't make them like that no more. That is not to say he was a perfect man. He was a flawed man, as with all men. It is said that there is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us, but he was perfectly imperfect.
One by one, dignitaries and government officials arrived at the location. Guided by COVID-19 protocols, the ceremony paid tribute to the life and legacy of the political and national icon. Speaking on the family's behalf was Price's nephew, Clement Usher.
It was during the stay at the Price family home that Uncle George summoned his sister Jane to find a piece of blue cloth and sew a white circle onto it so that they could see what it looked like. They were the nationalists gathered at George Price's house, seated around that historical round table, following the devaluation of the British Honduran dollar. Little did George Price realize that he was instructing his sister Jane to sew the first flag of the peaceful, constructive Belizean Revolution. The flag that would eventually bear the coat of arms and the two strips of red as signs of unity that eventually became the flag of independence, the flag of Belize.
George Price was a man of deep religious convictions. In a recent visit to his former Belmopan home, his nephew Henry Charles Usher, era representative for Fort George, found Price's Bible bookmarked to Psalms 112.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. And I bless the hallowed ground. May this place be a source of inspiration to all who visit it, to all who pray here. May it inspire them to service. May it give them courage to strive for the service that is unafraid of sacrifice and suffering. We ask this, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man that feareth the Lord, that delighteth greatly in his commandments. His seed shall be mighty upon earth. The generation of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches shall be in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. Unto the upright there ariseth light in the darkness. He is gracious and full of compassion, and righteous. A good man showeth favor, and lendeth. He will guide his affairs with discretion. Surely he shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be in everlasting remembrance. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. His heart is established. He shall not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. He hath dispersed, he hath given to the poor. His righteousness endureth forever. His horn shall be exalted with honor. The wicked shall see it and be grieved. They shall gnash with their teeth and melt away. The desire of the wicked shall perish.
Described as a humble, soft-spoken man, Price led the nation from crown colony to self-governance to independence. It is fitting that on the 40th anniversary of the nation's independence, in the face of a global pandemic and vaccine debates, he is remembered for his ideals on social justice and national unity.
We cannot continue to be this deeply divided as a people and go at each other's throats whenever we disagree. Every disagreement must not devolve into a vicious takedown, racks of bitterness and hatred, and worse, violence. We are all Belizeans, all away, the one. We must acknowledge that there are these deep disagreements among us, and there will always be. It's always been. But we must lower the volume and talk to each other and not at each other. We cannot mandate each other to act. We must seek always to persuade each other of the goodness of our cause. That's the democratic way.
That is the George Price way. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.